All right, today we're talking about the infamous AI flyer
Ooh,
and how it's taking over the world.
taking over the world. Just one flyer. Well, really, it does look like
No,
one flyer.
seriously, we're talking about that AI flyer that everyone has seen and every creative cringes when it comes across our screen. If we see it out in the wild in print form. And we are going to ask the question, are we being punked as a creative community? And also, we're going to dab a little bit into dip our toes into energy and artwork and how these things relate.
I love you so much. I love you. Yes, but we are going to talk about that because it's important to us creatives and the energy behind the work that we do. Like all of us sitting in this room right now, right? Us here, Brian, who is the amazing person behind all of this set and production. Like we're all creatives and we bring energy to what we do, right? But like AI sucks the life out of that.
Right.
And we're not against AI. Let me be clear about
Very
that.
helpful using technology in the right way. Awesome. Super down for that. But like this flyer, man, like I don't understand why everyone thinks that they need to be using this flyer.
Well, it's actually funny, and I did not think about this even knowing we were doing this topic. Just recently, somebody in my community I was like watching her stories, and she does markets because she's got a beautiful jewelry company and just amazing stuff. And she put up there that she actually declined going to a market because they used an AI. And she's like, there's just no heart behind it at that point.
Right.
And I want to be part of a market and a part of a community that's putting like the energy and the feeling and the flow behind what they're putting out to the world. And I was like, wow, like it really stopped me in my tracks because it was just a beautiful sentiment and kind of like a foot down going, you know, I have my boundaries with this. Like I embrace it, but also where's the limit?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And so I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think I mentioned to you this the other day. I fell down the comment section rabbit hole the other day, and it was a tattoo artist like tearing apart this tattoo convention, and all because they used the AI flyer to promote this tattoo convention, which was a huge deal. There's hundreds, thousands of tattoo artists coming to this. And he's like, it's not like you have 500 effing artists that could hand draw that for you.
Yeah, and be happy to.
Yeah, but you're going to like default to an AI flyer to promote actual artists? Like, is there screws loose in your brain?
Probably.
Because like, that is just like, oh, I would take that offensively, you know? Like, you want to have me for some graphic design show and you're not going to ask me if you needed help to design a flyer for you?
Yeah.
Like, are you joking me right now? And then on top of it, they use awful font and like usually the colors are off and like I could nitpick and dissect each and every one of these flyers, no matter what company it's for.
Right.
And tell you everything that's wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And if you haven't seen it, just Google AI flyer and you'll see freaking thousands of them.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're also just the same, just with different words.
Yeah. Right.
Or one different, you know, picture or whatever, you know, with the name of the market. And then the next one's the name of the, you know, bakery. And then whatever it is. And so it's just sucking the soul out of what us, especially in the creative community, but just in the world, let's be honest, we need that little sparkle, that little magic, that little differentiation that makes life special. Like it's just taking that out. And again, like using AI as a tool, brainstorming, all that stuff, beautiful, wonderful, great. But like when we get to the point where it's just like starting to make the whole world one note, just one flyer at a time, one you know, banner at a time, one whatever. Where's the limit?
Right.
Is when I think is where the problematic situation comes up, you know?
Right.
And to me, the other day, and I think I told you this when we were on our call, because people ask all the time, like in our fields. Like, are you afraid that, AI is going to take over your work? And I don't really. Yes, it will skew people and they want to see this weird AI, like slightly more trim and fit version of themselves with like the most perfect skin and no pores version of themselves that like only AI can produce.
You don't have a lens for that?
I don't have a lens for that. I don't. And I don't use filters. Can I just have a like side tangent? People are like, oh, can you put a filter on them? I'm like, I don't. I hand edit.
Yeah, right.
I hand edit. I will soften your skin, but it's not a filter.
Yeah.
Okay? But anyways, I digress. But at the end of the day, this quote was something that brought that kind of to light, because I'm like, yes, I'm afraid of what it's doing to everybody's mind's eye. I'm not afraid that it'll take my job, because this quote said something like, the way you feel when you look at a photo of yourself is a direct reflection of how the person on the other side of it made you feel in that moment.
Oh, I love that.
And I say all the time, I just did 20 some headshots for kind of a more corporate-y like business, but they're very like cash. So they're like in like the corporate world, but they're like, we have like a vibe about us.
Yeah.
They're cash. They're like, people are talking about the universe and stuff. I'm like, I love this. And so it was like this perfect like mix of like my people. And so many times somebody would come up and be like, oh, like I hate this. Oh, like I don't want to be like, just like picking themselves apart and, all the things that comes with being confronted with being on camera.
Yeah.
And everybody left laughing, going, oh, that wasn't so bad. Oh, I actually kind of had fun. Whatever. AI will never be able to do that for anybody.
That's true.
You're going to look at the photo and go, oh, I think it actually is the opposite. You look at this photo of this unrealistic version of yourself, or this unrealistic output of whatever it is, right? And you're going to go, I will never look like that.
Right.
Because it's not you.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
You'll never look like that. So when you get a real photo, you get somebody who puts their heart and attention into an actual flyer, a banner, a website, a mural, whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to feel different.
Yeah, for real. And honestly, for me, like at first I was like, oh my God, like people were like, oh, are you stepping away from your graphic design business because of AI and Canva and all the things? And I was like, no, I'm just kind of like burnt out from it and I need just like a shift.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason. And there was, I will admit, honestly, there was like a 5-minute period. I was like, oh shit, like it is taking my job. I'm never going to design again.
Yeah.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then I think about all the past clients that I had who were like torturous to work with, and they had no respect. They had no, I don't know what the word would be. Respect is not the right one, but like no appreciation, I guess would be a better word. They had no appreciation for like the time and the energy and the talent that goes behind designing your logo or designing your whatever. They don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
So they are the people that are, plugging into AI now, but like, I don't want to work with those people. So thank you, AI, for taking those off my plate, off my roster, and sending me the clients that actually appreciate what I do and the talent that I have. So I looked at it that way, still stepping back a little bit from graphic design, which is my own choice. I want to paint more. And there's absolutely no AI anything that can paint a mural for me or paint a canvas. You could generate an image and then maybe, print it onto a canvas. If you really want to try real hard to make it look like and I've even seen people do that and then take like clear gesso, which is just a medium, like an acrylic medium, to like make it look like there's strokes on the canvas.
Interesting.
Like I've seen that before at like art fairs and stuff like that. So if you really wanted to, I guess you could try those tricks. And there are stupid people out there who are like, oh wow, I can't believe you painted this, and it's just a print. But anyways, I digress.
No, but that just goes back to the point though, right? Like of like, we're trying to like, I already feel that the society and the world is trying to dumb us down.
Oh, totally.
Anyways, so this is just one more way to do it, and then suck out the soul, suck out the creativity, suck out the appreciation and respect for life's little special things and moments, which is creativity, right? Whether it's paint or photos or games or, something that just makes people feel something.
Yeah, like human.
Right. Like
Right.
playing a game with, a friend or whatever that makes you like laugh and have to think creatively and do things. Like you can't, you can dumb that down because it's on the phone by yourself clicking, whatever. What is that one that everybody loves? Candy Crush.
Oh.
Whatever. I'm not knocking Candy Crush. I'm just saying, like, but we can be dumbed down in all these ways.
Yeah.
So this is just one more way that, like, the AI is just gonna keep sucking us down into this like little like vortex, and we have to rebel against it because
Yes.
we have to keep the human in the creativity
Right.
and in the world before we are literally just like truly robot. Like we're all worried about the robots taking over. No, we are going to become the robots.
Right. Well, I just posted something last night, a funny thing, just a stupid funny thing, and it was like, stop using or it was like an announcement to all creatives and artists, and it was like, stop using AI to make shit. Use your God-given childhood trauma.
Yeah. That's what it's there for. I mean,
to make cool shit.
We can't undo it, so we just might as well.
Right. Well, but if you think about it, like it's a great example of energy within artwork, and like people who are not woo woo. I mean, they can even. I mean, even people who don't believe in that, like energy is everything. You can still look at a painting. You can still look at a photo. You can still look at a piece of art and feel something.
Yeah.
Like we're not like there's very few of us who are dead inside, right? And so
at least completely, anyways.
Right. Serial killers. I don't know.
Yeah. Even then, they might like some art. Who knows?
I feel like I talk about serial killers on every
You
episode.
Do. I'm just kidding. I don't
Some
know.
way, somehow.
You might.
Anyways, but like I think back at like certain paintings that I've done that were like inspired by certain life happenings, and then I get like I don't even know I'm done with a painting, but it's like I just like burst into tears at like when I'm finally finished with this painting because it took that much energy and emotion and feelings, and like all of those things are inside that piece of artwork.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know any artist, any painter, I would say, because I know this medium the best, but I know no painters that have no feeling in their artwork, even if they're painting for another business and it's their logo or whatever. Like it's impossible not to exchange your energy with your work.
Right.
And as a collective, I truly think that I feel like everyone feels this in the world, and no matter how you want to look at it, but the collective energy in us humans around the world is at an all-time low. And then we have these things like AI that are popping up, which can be utilized in great ways.
Yeah.
But when, like the thing with the AI flyer, like, I mean, what the hell are we trying to do here?
Yeah.
And like, also, like, why is everyone wanting to look like each other and like promote like the dentist office down the street? Like, I mean, that's ick to me.
It kind of reminds me of the 90s when everybody like literally wanted to look the same.
Yeah.
Like had the same like filler lips and the same, overplucked. Like we were all going for like this like one like vibe, if you will.
Right.
And like it's like we're like doing that, but in a totally different way. Because now we've like embraced everybody being different in themselves, like outwardly, but now we're like doing it in a weird
way.
Another way where it's like everybody just congeal down and create just like a status look kind of a thing, and like just accept it, just accept that and move along, and
we all have our like things. Like I try not to be like a design snob, but like
she's like, but I am. No, just kidding.
But it's hard not. But like if I see, like I'm drawn visually to things. So if I see a logo and and I know like the font is just so awful, or like you design this in word processor, like
don't do that.
Right? Yeah. But like I'm not going to give you my business. I'm going to go to this other beautifully designed logo over here that is like inviting me in.
Yes.
I might get a shit what is it, service at this business
Right.
and then great at the other bit. But like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
just me.
Right.
But when I see like this flyer floating around, I don't want to. And I think us as a creative community, a lot of what I see like on socials right now, the comment sections are just on fire because all of us creatives, like in every medium,
Yeah.
like the example I used before, the tattoo artists.
Yeah.
Like they're refusing to go to this
Right.
tattoo convention or whatever it is because like no, we are not like everybody else.
Right.
Like and that is like a great
That's
example because they are like the true, I feel the true rebels of the art community,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And always wanting to be different, and for that, I mean, I can't even agree more that that's a slap in the face, you
But it makes me
know.
so happy that they're all banding together and like not going, because how much
Yeah.
like nothing says like oops than people
Yeah.
being like F you, we're
Right.
not coming, you know,
Right.
and then it's just like a good lesson in the right direction.
Yeah.
You know, and like boom, bring
Right.
back the human. We want somebody who's going to put the time and attention to it.
Yeah.
And then we'll be there tenfold with bells and whistles on, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah, for
I love
real.
it.
Um, yeah, and then how do you, this is one question that I did want to ask you. How do
Ooh.
you feel when you see other creatives using that flyer?
Well, I just think in general, for me, it's just a turn off when I see something that's just been done over and over and over and over and over again. And this for me starts with the conversation of the flyer, but moves
Yeah.
into seeing, like, of course I'm going to bring it into like the photography realm a bit for myself, but like if I see somebody like doing the same or trying to do the same setup, the
Yeah.
same look. So you can, sure, we can all do, you know, I don't know, I'm thinking if like you do like, if people do like portrait work with kids, you can do a garden themed, you know, backdrop and all these things, but like
Yeah.
make it your own. If somebody was just like, oh, that's exact, okay, I'm gonna get this exact color here and this exact flower there and this
Yeah.
exact, like, it would get boring. Like put your own spin on it.
Right.
So for me, it's like, it's a turn off when I see somebody just like kind of literally recreating what they've already seen.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to like the AI side of it, it's just like, it's just so, because it's so easy, people do it.
Yeah.
People do things because it's easy. And I don't want somebody who's just taking the easy way out,
Right.
you know, no
Mm-hmm.
matter what it is. And so when I see just like autopilot, like, and I get it. Sometimes it's necessity. Sometimes it's, you know, I try to step back and think it might be a creative or a business owner or entrepreneur of some sort of any industry that is trying to do all the things and wear all the hats and just have a flyer that like looks decent.
Yeah, but in the
But
creative world, it's like,
there has to be a better way for us to be able to then support. How do we then create the community? Okay, I can't do it all, but how can I find other resources and support outside of this one little like point and click,
yeah.
done and over with? Like we have to do better for our people, I think is what I'm trying to get at. I
Yeah.
can't, my brain's trying to figure out what I'm trying to
Well, even at that
say.
point, Canva is better than AI.
Yeah.
If you're in the like creative realm of things,
Yeah.
like,
And it uses AI. I mean, it brings it
use
in.
Canva. There's layout, there's templates, there's like beautiful designs on
Yeah,
there.
so many.
Right.
You know?
So
But at least it
you're
gives
being too
you-
nice. Excusing this behavior. You're making excuses right now,
Right?
for the AI flyer.
I think it's just one of those things where like there are other ways to go about it. Like get
Yeah.
out of Chat GPT or whatever the hell ones you're using.
Right.
And like go other places, right? Like you
Right.
said, like there's Canva, there's resources, there's things. Like what I would love to see is people utilizing each other is really what I think at the end of the day is what I want to
Right.
get at.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, I just saw, I think I might have sent it to you. Somebody is starting, she's actually she was on Project Runway. And she's a fashion designer, and she's starting, I think, I don't want to say the name because I'm not sure of it, but it's like a bartering app. So you can go on there and you'll be like, I can do this.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for that. Like, I think I haven't went on it. I just
love
saw her post
a
it.
good trade. I love
And
a trade.
I'm like, that's what we need then. Like, this
Yeah.
is, I think this is the right word, antithesis, like the antithesis. I don't know if that's the right
Sure.
word, but Don't quote me, people. But it's like some of the answers, I think, because then if people are like, I'm wearing too many hats and I need support.
Yeah.
And what I think is the only answer is to go on some sort of AI and make this
Well,
thing that
that's
looks
like,
the same. Go somewhere there and at least like barter if you don't have the funds for it, because I think that's what it comes down to.
right.
I don't have the money for a graphic designer. Da, da, da. Well, then we can barter. Like, how fun is that?
Dude,
Especially
a
in the
good
creative
trade
community.
is such a good, oh my God, a good trade.
So that I'll have to look and maybe I can pop like a little thing in the comments of what it is, because maybe I know it's a newer app and she's just creating it, so it could be if we all just flood it and get on there and whatever, you know, and see what's up on there. But that's what I would like to see. I think that's for me what I'm like calling us to get more creative, thinking of how we can do better.
Well, that's like what we preach, I think, the most is like creative community and like community in creativity.
Yeah.
No matter what your medium is, no matter how and what you create, like we all crave that. I feel like as creators, and should utilize that to our benefit. And I mean, we've done a million, you know, and we have tons of shared clients. And when we were first like really like pedal to the metal with our business, like we were like tossing clients back and forth, like, hey, I'm gonna do this for them, you know, they need this, what about this, whatever. And sometimes we would be available to do the thing, and sometimes you know we wouldn't, but it was like and we've made like such amazing friends in the process of it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these business owners have become our close friends.
Right.
Because of what we've done for them in a time that, there weren't the funds or whatever.
Well, and it also goes back to that energy exchange too.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Like, how much more uplifting is it if you're like in a tight spot, if you're just starting out, if you're pivoting, if you're starting, you know, whatever, starting something brand spanking new, how beautiful it is to have that energy exchange of somebody who's working alongside you in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if it's sometimes it starts with the need to just have something, but you don't have much to give to get that.
Yeah.
And it ends with, I needed that energy exchange. And now, because I'm thinking back to so many people of like how we've all grown together.
Yeah.
And like, if we wouldn't have had this kind of like little, like, I'm going to help you to, and then you're going to help in this way, and we're going to all just pitch in, like, what we may not be anywhere where we are now because of that. And if we would have just had like, if we would have just been like in the back end of I'm just picturing all of the people that we know and love that have grown something so beautifully over the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Like, if we're all just like sitting on the computer, hey, chat, make this, da, 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 and we wouldn't have had the exchanges that we had, or the venting sessions, or the whatever that just comes from that community, maybe we all would have flopped.
Right.
Who knows?
Who
I don't want to know, because that wasn't our journey. And I'm glad that it wasn't. But because of that, I'm passionate about keeping the swirling of people creating together moving.
But like, and also a great example of this exact thing is just recently you did photos for me. I've been working on a giant mural, and I am not a photographer, so I don't take pictures of myself while I paint.
Well, there's that too.
That's weird, right? I'm like down for a good time lapse, but like pictures of myself, I'm just not there yet.
Yeah.
So I asked Megan if she would come and just shoot a few pictures, and like, she sent me the gallery, and I looked at, was it last night or the night before?
I think 2 nights ago, yeah.
Me and Tim looked at it together, and we were just like, I was looking through the photos, and back to the quote that you said, like, I don't want to get emotional, but like, I wouldn't want anyone else to take those pictures except for you. Because like, I'm getting goosebumps. Like, Megan is one of my bestest friends, and she knows like how long this exact moment has been on my vision board, and that I've fought for and wanted so badly. And then for her to be taking the pictures, like, I was looking back at the gallery and I'm like, I don't even remember her like Like, I didn't even, I mean, and this might sound bad, but I didn't even notice you.
Yeah, no, it
Like,
doesn't sound bad. It's good.
but like, we know each other so well that like the energy of me painting and I'm in the zone and you're just moving organically around this space while I'm like up and down the ladder and here and there. And, you know, like it just like was like proud. I wish someone was there to like witness like the beautiful little flow that we had.
Yeah.
And then like I'll post them. Just wait, everyone.
They'll be in her content. Stay
Yes.
tuned.
But like the photos are outstanding and seriously capture like me in that moment. And you could tell, like I could tell like what I was thinking in that moment or where I was like in my like where my brain was, you know.
Yeah.
And that is 1,000% energy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, like
Nothing, no
if it
AI
was
could create that.
Joe Schmo off the street, like I asked to come take pictures of me, it would have been like nutty, you know, or I would have fallen and, you know, poured paint everywhere. It would have been a disaster.
Well, but that it is that, and that is why the passion, we have to keep the passion. I'm just asking us all to think about how we can do that, because that is exactly it. No computer can create that feeling of bringing somebody to life.
Yeah.
Right? In their element. And this is why I predominantly work with creatives, makers, helpers, healers, because I want to showcase these humans, and in this instance, you, who I love so dearly and am so in awe of the work that you do. And so to stand back, and I'm glad that you didn't be like, where was she standing in this photo? Because like, I don't, that's exactly what I want. I want people to be like, I forgot you were here.
Like I didn't even hear you. Like I thought you took like 2 pictures. And then like I didn't even hear the camera. Like I didn't, you know, like I was just like in my zone. And yeah, and like you cannot recreate that.
You cannot.
Yeah.
You can surely try.
No matter how many prompts. And you might like recreate a picture that's similar, but like when you look at it, it's like what, you feel dead inside because there's no energy there. There's no feeling.
Yeah, I feel like there's like this weird disconnect. Because I had a client recently who had just like mocked up a couple with AI before our session and was like, hey, hope this is okay. I just sent these for kind of like an inspiration. And I was like, sure, you know, like whatever. I'm like, cool.
Examples.
But like I had this moment of, I will be honest, I had this moment of, oh shit, will I be able to be up to that level? Because we know that AI is like our best friend, and it's kind of it like gives us the smoothest of this, and it kind of shifts us a little bit in our bodies and like all these things. Like it does these things that kind of makes you like this like more symmetrical version of yourself, if you will.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ugh. So I had this like, oh no, like what if this is like a side by side comparison? And when I bring to life the actual human versus the AI created one, like they compare it, or like I had this downward spiral, and they did not. They got their gallery. They're like, oh my God, I love it. It was all good and dandy, you know. I don't know all the inner workings if she had any like thoughts, you know, because I'm sure we all pick ourselves apart, of course.
Right.
But like overall, it was great, and she saw herself in it.
Yeah.
But like, it can get like where it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's just we need
energy
to
is
keep
everything
that there. And yes, could it create something? Sure. And again, going back to my last little thought before we wrap here, on that, like you'll never ever be that version. And also we just don't want to see like just the fun and creativity and spice of life taken out of design, photos, life, all of it.
And we want to boost the collective energy, which is done by creativity and love and kindness and all the woo-woo hippie stuff that we like to just fall back on. Yeah. So yeah, if you're out there and you're creative and you're using that AI flyer, we are mad and upset with you, and you need to knock it off. And don't come anywhere near us with that god awful.
And well, just use your beautiful brain.
Yeah, or like call us. Like,
Give
what
us
the
a
hell?
ring. We're here for
Yeah,
a
like
barter.
she could take the pictures. I could throw your flyer together, and it would be like a done deal. But like, also, just don't use it, or I'll unfollow you and block you.
But she's serious about this.
Yeah.
But really, like that story that I told about my friend with the market, it's real. It's really happening. And just to safeguard you. We love you. We want you to succeed, and it's happening.
And us creatives need to band together and like rebel against the AI flyer.
Rebel. The best rebellion there ever will be is us rising up against this and keeping our humanness in our creativity, baby.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Stay creative. We'll see you next time.